Peace, man. Never complain. How you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing well, man. So help me explain the implications of this information, of this Social Security verification service, this electronic based. Help me explain the implications, man, because I feel like I'm kind of getting tripped up because like as I'm speaking, I'm really playing out and extrapolating all of the possibilities of what this could possibly mean. So I don't know, man. Help me touch on this, man.
You want to go over that on the air?
I mean, okay,
okay. We can do it. I'm just saying.
Nah,
I
mean,
it's bad. It's not good. It's not good at all. You know.
All right, so let's talk about what can we do. What can we do? What do you? Okay, so let's say, look, what's up with my joint, man? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's make it about me. Let's make it personal. Let's make it personal. I'm gonna make it about me, man. What do I have to? What are my concerns, man? Like, how do you think this is gonna affect me? You know my personal situation.
You can't use you because everybody's not structured like you.
Okay. Then you okay. Okay, so let's say someone
I don't want to do that part.
All right, let's say.
I'll say as much as I can say with that. You in the game, like you're good. As long as you ain't banging and going to get new, running up inquiries and trying to get brand new lines, like within a 4-month period, 6-month period, more than you need them, you're good. You're golden because it's still gonna be. They're still gonna use this on new accounts. So regardless of what you already got, the new ones, it might be hit or miss, or they may be asking for, secondary information. But I feel like with this type of implication, this type of system, it's gonna be a yes or a no, and it is what it is. They're not gonna go against the grain because it came directly from them. But I can't put it past them because we know how crooked these so-called banks are.
I mean, you know how crooked the banks are, but you know those cats that's working right there at the counter, at the desk when you walk in, they ain't finna play no games with their jobs, man. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Unless you got
the internet.
Man, okay, so all right, so they said by June of 2020. So we're looking at about 6.5 months or something, maybe more, a little more than that. So I remember we was talking, and I'm just gonna put it out there. I know you said, how many do you think in the network of our people that we know privately? How do I say this, man? Okay, so because I know there's people listening to the show, and they're like, oh, shit. And they understand exactly, man, excuse my language. I try not to swear on them. Look, and they understand exactly what I'm saying. And they understand exactly what we're saying. And they're like, all right, man, look, what can I do now? How many people can we take care of or try to help out with this situation, like right now, like ASAP? Because we want to get them in a certain position because it's coming. It says right here, June, man. June 2020,
and
man.
Anything beyond 10 is going to be chaotic. It's going to be too much, so 10.
10. So that's, 10 people.
We can probably still help other people after the fact, but, like with the ones that we got and how we doing it, just 10, because, that's kind of strenuous and tedious, but it's worth it. Because we still need that, we still have to use certain protocol to make sure that it's clean and it's, there's no dead man's number, and, it's not, no criminal charges on it, and, no back taxes, no tax liens, no, inmates.
Yeah. It hasn't already been burned up, basically. Because that happens. I know that happens a lot. I've heard some horror stories of people getting a CPN, paying all the money for it, and then they try to, build a credit, and there's some sort of alert or bankruptcy on there.
I burned myself. I snitched on myself. The first one I had. I ain't even talk about that, but yeah. Moving too fast, man. They like, oh, the fraud. Whoa, all right, nope. Yeah, no, let's not do that. It's tedious, man. But you do it. You got it. I'm not gonna be the one to tell you business, but you know what them things do.
Yeah, I know them things. Dude, look, man. I speak when I do this show, y'all. I try to speak on levels. You know what I'm saying? Like some people might listen to what I'm saying and hear something, and then another person may listen to me and hear something else. So on the level, like the level where I'm really trying to reach y'all at, on the level, yo, this is big. This is big. This is bigger than what they did on May 13th. Man, this is big. This is big. And if you at all ever was thinking about getting on this dance and doing this dance, I hate to rush and be on some impending doom stuff, but man, they put this out September 6th, which means we're a couple months late. But yeah, man, I appreciate you bringing this to my attention, man. This is big. So okay, so I get a lot of the foundation, let's be real. The foundation gets a lot of newsletters from the government, from the IRS, from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, from the FTC, just to stay informed. I like to be informed, with what's going on, because, this is what we do, and this is what we're concerned with. We interfacing with the public, and we need to know and keep up with the public and what it's doing, at least try to be abreast. I didn't even catch this. They didn't even put this out. You know what I'm saying? So
they didn't want you to catch it.
Yeah, I didn't even catch. They didn't even put this out. And then on top of that, I know for a fact, because I catch other stuff, and the IRS sends out a lot of stuff, a lot of informational stuff. I think I signed up for like what accountants and enrolled agents get, that newsletter, whatever. Why not?
Yeah.
But they sent some stuff out a while back, man. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But they were like talking about how the deadline was coming for expired ITINs.
Yeah, that's gonna be their only option if they don't have a CP to use as a signer, and that's gonna be sloppy, man. You gotta keep renewing them. That's like getting a business in a state. You gotta keep paying a renewal every year, and if you forget or something, you're not on top of your stuff. It's avoidable. You got options, but all you need is another address that's never been associated with yourself. With your mail and your social and all that. LexisNexis is probably not your mama first sister, not your mama's sister. No, she too close. LexisNexis knows that that's your auntie. Believe me.
For real.
So yeah, they know.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Nah, I ain't finna say it on the air, man. But man, you probably don't know what I was finna say. But they, I know I shook them up. They think mine is all right. Man, I'm trying to tell people, hey, y'all, man, look.
I know, man, but don't do that.
I know.
Don't do that.
I trust this brother, so I ain't gonna say nothing, man. But yeah, you can do your dance. I'm just look, man.
You hit us up in the private, man. We can tell, but we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not an attorney, lawyer, none of that. None of that.
No legal advice.
12, 13, none of that neither. So I'm gonna just keep it real. Stop signing your name as the surety. Like, read your contracts, man. Don't just, if you're gonna sign anything, I'm gonna tell you like this: if this guy Teron was in a situation and he had to sign his name on a unilateral contract, he's definitely gonna sign without prejudice on top of his signature and reserve all of his rights. Because if you don't reserve them, you waive them and start using the CP instead of your social and back out. The law protects you from having to give up your CPN, but most of us are not agile or assertive enough, or have enough inner and overstanding of the law itself, and which ones rule over other ones, which ones have precedence, to be game ready, game tight in a time of litigation. When somebody trying to bring action, it's not going to be when you're ready for it. It's going to be when you couldn't have been at a worse time. So, the first step is to start signing your name different. And when you get your trust on, you know, you're in a fiduciary capacity. You sign as a trustee or whatever office that you're working out of with regards to that entity. But it's time to really get out of this hocus-pocus charade facade that we've been living in, because everybody going to work every day to go, you know, you go to work 8 hours a day or more to pay for the car that you're driving to work in and the house that you barely in every day. Like, what sense does that make, man? You know? That doesn't make sense. You don't have to do it that way, but you have to know the law to be able to work your way around that and at least invest in your private education and get in the first way. How you gonna be studying private education and you dancing in the public? I'm not even gonna talk about what type of dancing.
I'm telling you, fraudulent dancing
in the public.
funny dancing,
passing around insolvency, you know, inequities. I mean, we're going to have to do something, man. We're going to talk off air about, you know, I'm going to leave something, just, you know, I'm going to put something together so, you know, it can be dispersed. And I can't get a hold of, you can't get a hold of me anymore if, you know, I'm going to go ahead and, I feel like I need to do it.
Here we go. November 19th, Tuesday, issue number 2019-162. It's time again for folks to renew their ITINs. Here are some things to remember. Taxpayers with individual taxpayer identification numbers should find out if their number expires this year. If it does, they should renew it now to avoid delays with their refund when they file their taxes next year. An ITIN is a tax ID number used by taxpayers who don't qualify for Social Security number. This is what these taxpayers need to know about which numbers are expiring and how to renew them. And it goes on to say, any ITIN with middle digits 83, 84, 85, 86, or 87, any ITIN not used on a tax return within the past 3 years. That's their criteria. So remember when I told you they do expire? That's how I knew, because I be getting those letters, those stuff from the IRS. And I get stuff from Social Security. Go ahead.
How, when they say use, what is their definition of use? Meaning one transaction within a period of 36 months?
What do you mean? What do you mean use?
They said use if you ain't used it in 3 years, right?
If you haven't used it to file a tax return in 3 years.
Okay, yeah, they got you on the hook, man.
So, and that's the thing with CPNs, ain't no filing tax returns, they don't expire. But now these things, man, the new ones, I'm telling y'all, come June of 2020, it's over. It's a wrap. If you don't already have one and have it ready, it's done. And it usually takes longer than that to build them joints anyways, unless you got cake bands.
You're going to have to drop some bands on it to really
cake bands.
Look good as, you know.
So what I'm trying to tell y'all, man, my man said 10. We can holler at 10 people when it comes to this, CPN before this stuff kicks off. This is June 6th. It's a wrap, man. And I even feel a certain way about my joints, and that's like older, you know what I'm saying, than 6 months. So, really, at the end of the day, I'm gonna let y'all know, man. Can't say I didn't warn you. Everything that I know, put it out there, especially if it's public worthy. This is definitely public worthy. I put aside the other topic that I was gonna do to put this out here. I think it deserved, obviously, its own whole entire show. So, like I said, if you was ever trying to do that dance and you more like me, you want to be less confrontational in the public and not really try to argue or get into these fools, trying to educate them about the lack of the necessity on the federal level to submit or furnish a Social Security number, get into this controversial conversation, back and forth debate about what the term issue is and if you were issued. So, like, all this stuff, you know what I mean? It's like, if you're anything like me, I like to breeze in there, you know what I'm saying? Show them some identification, tell them a number, you know what I'm saying? They run the credit, and the dance is luxurious. I'm not into that confrontational stuff in the public, man. I'm too hood, man. I'll lose it, and I'll ruin the next 5 years of my life or something like that. So I ain't getting down like that. Like, I know what I can handle.
Man.
What up?
I'm going to tell them the truth, man. I got my paperwork right. I'm going to tell them the truth. I ain't going to say too much, but the shortcut is going to get that passport, no social joint, and using that as your identification. Order the card with the book. Expedited. $200.
There's a reason why there's certain alternative information other than trust and corporate structure and wealth management that's offered on the foundation, because it's directly relatable. So the passport, no social, is directly relatable. You know, the credit stuff is direct. All this stuff, to me, it speaks to the same thing we're looking to do, which is to get on our feet, to get free, get all of our stuff free, and operate from a position of privacy and fiduciary capacity when we're interfacing with this public, and, you know, stop dealing with this individual or entity that was given us, that, or issued to us, or whatever, by a state entity, by a motherfucking government that was put together on paper and don't even breathe and cry and live and love like you. So, they locking the public down. I'm trying to tell you, man, that they locking it down. I've been watching this stuff for a year and a half, 2 years. They locking it down, and they're doing it slowly, and they're doing it one move at a time. One move at a time, slowly closing it up. If the gap of knowledge between those who know and those who don't know is so wide that they ain't even tripping on those who get out. Because those who aren't able to get out are going to be so many that, whatever.
Yeah. So
this stuff is crazy.
I'm going to try to paint a picture, bro. I'm going to try to paint a picture. So everybody on an even playing field. Everybody's on imagine a football field full of gators and anything that you don't want on you. Sharks with legs, whatever. Leeches, all that. Everybody's, trying to put, who can I con today? That's the mindset of people who don't know who they are and what they are and what their purpose is. So I'm not going to divulge. Check this out. Now your trust is a cube with all your assets in it, or one of them. The trust that you administer. And then pick my words wisely. The trust that you administer has all your assets in it, and it's raised up as high as the field goal post. So you can stand on top of that, and your paperwork is the whip, and you start whipping gators and dragging them off the field, like whatever. But you can't do it while you're on the same level as them, because you're gonna get bit in the ass by another one. It just don't work. You got to get your structure right, and so the passport, no social. Now you got a passport that they don't have jurisdiction over. That's federal. That's the state. That's the Department of State. That's not no state entity. That's none of that. So you use your passport. It doesn't have an address on it, so it's not gonna mesh with your actual driver's license. That's attached to your social. Now you use that CPN that you got with the passport, and let the CPN be the signer on the account at the bank. Get your paperwork together so you can make money in the public and drag it into private. And if you structure right, you'll limit and avoid the taxes that you pay. You won't be evading. You'll be doing it legally, and it'll be a system that's perpetual. Because you ain't gonna live forever. Your heart ain't gonna be forever. You need to put something together today. Start today. Even if you don't make a move on paper or at the bank or in nobody's courthouse or no register of deeds, no type of judicial, you know what I mean? No entity, no venue like that. Think about what it is that you're going to leave behind besides some debt, and start working on it, because you're not going to be here forever. And this is like step one. This is like, because we about to start talking about stuff that's beyond credit, and it's not going to be able to be as public because it'll cause pandemonium if the cat get out the bag. Because I even tell you this, man. Check. So you remember the sister I was telling you about that was a loan originator for Chase and a compliance auditor for Goldman Sachs and whatnot. She's getting certified to do forensic financial auditing, bro. On big boy mortgages. Mortgages. You don't matter. Unsecured, collateralized yachts, planes, automobiles, credit card debt, all that. So pretty soon here we'll be able to get a full forensic report in the full accounting. So it's beyond credit. Why aim at the legs? Aim at the head. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but what you said earlier, y'all better download this show because this show finna be private. I'm just gonna let you know.
Oh yeah. It's a little too much straight instruction, but man, y'all need to know, man. Y'all need to quit playing. I ain't even trying to sell nobody nothing. I don't want to see them in the position I know they're gonna be in. If they the only way you can build a pin around a bull is if that bull is bullshitting. I want you to think about that. How you gonna cage in a bull? It's raging at you. It's always moving. It's got a plan. If you just sitting still, you're gonna get a pen built around you, and ain't nobody trying to hear you crying once it's done, because we're on the other side. Ain't nothing we can do without causing public controversy. And I'm not putting my name and my family on the line to help nobody. I'm gonna just keep it funky right here, right now. It's not happening. So make a move. Even if you don't have much or you feel like I can't afford this and full whip, man. We'll put something together. We have creative financial strategies, creative funding, all that. And it starts with credit and structure. That's where it starts. Beyond that, we don't need to talk about real estate and income producing assets, because where you gonna put them? In your name that you don't even own, that the state owns, that they can put their hand in any given time when they see you doing better than your counterparts, or they just don't like what you have. Or they see that you ain't going to stand tall and you're going to bend over if they push you a little harder. But you just grab him by the back of the neck next time. He'll bend right on over. And get your mind right. Get your trust right. Get your family in order. Get your house in order and come out this bullshit. Excuse my language, but that's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's getting worse.
Man, it's getting really worse. And if you have eyes to see, man, it's concerning. I don't deal with fear, you know what I'm saying? But I do understand that there's always room for a healthy dose of concern when necessary and appropriate. And as far as I'm concerned, man, look, if we don't get this right, it's gonna be a bad situation, man, for a lot of people. And then we got the internet. They gonna push the button on the information. You can have it all. They gonna look. Mark my words, man. I'm going on the record. Once they lock this down sufficiently to where they feel like they got it popped off enough, they gonna put all the information out, man. They gonna let everybody know everything, man. They gonna do full disclosure because you ain't got nowhere to go, man. You ain't got nowhere to go. And I don't want to see it, A lot of y'all know, man, I was an international artist. And I've been a lot of places in the world. And one of my main reasons for, becoming a trustee on the foundation, which is a trust, and, executing the mission, was that everywhere I've gone, no matter what country I've been into, whether it's in Europe or Asia or, Mexico, it doesn't matter. South America, it don't matter, man. Everywhere I went, my people who looked like me were in the lowest economic position. Those low-paying, low-class jobs that I was talking about that is heavily, predominantly here now. Almost half of all Americans work in low-wage jobs. And, my main reason for, doing this and being a part of this whole movement, being a part of, high frequency, trying to, live up to the brand, the high frequency brand that's been built, and stand on this square so I can deliver this truth through speech, is because everywhere I've gone, man, my people were in the lowest economic position, and I had people who didn't look like me telling me how special I was and how different I was and how I wasn't like the others. And I got tired of that crap. I got tired of it, man. And I'm not the type of brother to get up and get out. I came back to the hood where I grew up in and bought property. I don't play that. So, my heart is with my people. And the bottom line is, I do this show so y'all can know. And with knowledge, a lot of times comes responsibility. And I know most of y'all ain't going to do nothing with the stuff you learn from the foundation. I know even some trustees, may not fully utilize the full power and potential, elasticity, and superiority of what is the contract trust entity. But, as long as I keep doing my dance, I know that those who are listening and who have it in them to hear it are going to hear it. So, with that being said, we got about a minute left in the broadcast. We will stream a little bit. If you're listening online, you got to call in 424-222-5250. Otherwise, you will get cut off. This is a big topic. It's a big deal. If you don't understand, email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. I'll do my best to help you understand what this means. Some of y'all might be like, man, it don't mean nothing to me. I don't care. That's on you, baby. Do your dance. But I trust that those who have ears to hear and eyes to see can hear and see what I'm talking about. Not only hear what I'm saying, but can look at the world that they're living in and bear witness to the public is locking down on us. And it's about labor. Ain't about money, man. It's about energy.
10 seconds.
The public needs energy. And if they can put you on a track or put you in an area to where they can benefit the most from your energy, that's what they're going to do. And that is what they are doing right now. That's what's been going on. The Federal Reserve has been here for over 100 years. The dollar, the Federal Reserve note, has lost over 98% of its purchasing power in its entire lifetime. It's not backed by any real monetary value. The Federal Reserve is officially, in my opinion, begun quantitative easing phase 4 within the repo markets because the banks do not trust each other. Because LIBOR rates going away, and then some other things. But the main thing is liquidity is drying up. And they're pushing the quantitative easing straight to the banks. And if you can see the writing on the wall, oh man, you gotta
bail out.
This is gonna be a bail in. They taking everything.
I mean, a bail in, not a bail out.
They taking everything. If it's not in a trust account, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone.
Because it's not your money once you deposit it. You better read the fine print. And at FDIC, they are not required to give you no money for about 90 years. You ain't going to see it in your lifetime.
Yeah, it's 99 years.
That's
I read it.
Insurance policy. Mm-hmm.
99 years. FDIC doesn't have to pay out for 99 years in the contract.
But if you got a trust and the money is in a trust, that's breach of trust. That's a felony.
Well, here's the difference. Let me tell you the difference. Let's real quick. Just blah blah. All right. An individual, the money can be seized, and then you go through a proceeding and you can get it back if you win. Whereas a trust, they can only put a hold on the funds. They can't take it, and they have to go through an actual court and get a court order to go after the funds. And even then, you can appeal the court order if you have the proper trust with the proper jurisdiction, going into the proper venue, and have that matter adjudicated in favor of the trust.
I'm gonna save them a lot of time.
They freeze trust accounts, but they take and garnish individual accounts. You think I'm playing with you? Some of y'all have dealt with garnishment. Mm-hmm. Make it simple. Go ahead.
Look up the difference between in-law and at-law. Two different things. Attorney at-law. Just remember what I said. In-law versus outlaw. 2 words. Now, don't put them together because you're going to be looking at family members and biker gangs. In-law versus outlaw. To separate the words. And you might even need to put legal at the end, or lawful, or jurisdiction. When you start typing in keywords and doing a direct search, you'll start to see some stuff that it'll blow your mind. It will definitely blow your mind. Like, wow, you've been getting railroaded this whole time. Yes, you have. And ain't nobody finna come out the sky with open hands like, hello, my children, you've been saved. It's not happening. These people will, the powers that be, will wipe out 2/3 of the population before they let you take them out of their position of power. That's just what it is. They're barbaric. Remember when you was a little kid building blocks in preschool and Daquan to come help you build it? Here come little Tyler and Kevin. They want to kick the shit over. It's the same thing. Just on a larger scale. They ain't kids no more. They grown. They got access to planes and missiles. Get your paperwork together. And then
get your life together. Get your estate
brother
together.
Who said, "Oh, you know, so I heard you." Yeah, you know, they was shocked. Like, oh, I heard you before. So he out here popping out of knowledge. I'm like, okay. We get about 10 minutes in. I'm like, okay, well, you got. Let me see what it's looking like. What I hear what your mouth saying, but what you got on the 4 corners, bro? Like, is it real? We can make it real. You can bring me a deal. You know. A real, an authentic contract, and we could get it funded. Man, the boys, they want to sound smart. They ain't really putting in the work, man. That don't be one of them. That's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing everything about your Walders and your Smiths and Wessons and your FNs and HKs, and that you ain't shot nothing. Why are you talking about it? Don't do that.
I'll pull your card, straight up. I'm a cool guy. I'm all about love. I'll pull your card. You try to play me, man. Oh, man, look, man. Come on, man. Now you insulting my intelligence. You're getting blatantly disrespectful. Check this out. Just keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what you can do. You know what you can't do, man.
CPNs.
Yeah.
Another thing, Google that. I want everybody to Google that. We ain't the only ones who got them, but we the only ones who got them running the way they running. I can tell you that. Besides 2 other people, and they ain't finna sell you Nathan. They got too much to lose. They're not gonna sell you nothing, little brother. I'm telling you. Yeah, you can buy a CPN for $300, man. Probably cheaper than that. But what? Man, hit us up in the private.
Admin at welcometothefoundation.com, man. They locking it down, man. We're about to witness the death of CPNs. Y'all gonna be, you know how they, you got a CPN, you get with us, or if you're doing your dance, you might not have to get with us, but you know what I'm saying? The one that's popping now on some vampire stuff. It's the pure bloods versus the half bloods. Half blood CPNs ain't popping. After June 2020, good luck, fam. Good luck. It's gonna be all about the pure bloods.
Shut down. It's gonna be a waste of money, a waste of time, waste of trade lines.
Mm-hmm.
Now you probably had to commit some type of fraud to get it to even squeeze through the first gap. Like, it's not worth it. Then you ain't got to trust to put your stuff in when the action comes. When they want to do something to you because they feel like you bamboozled them, but you can scratch through them contracts. Just say SSN, scratch through it and write real small CPN. You know what I'm saying? You can even, make it look like some Morse code, make it look like some Braille or something, real small, but it's there.
Micro print. Put them on notice.
It's not about do you have it and go get a car, go get this, go get that. It's not about that. Like, you can leverage that. If you don't have a business that's already making money, or a business that you can put together and make money in the first 30 days, the first billing cycle, it make more sense, in my opinion, which I'm not a financial advisor, to get your trust first and let the trust own the rest of those companies and structure your stuff right. So it's already built right from the top down, not from the bottom up. They taught us backwards as hell. Bottom up, you get something real unpleasant on the backside. Don't do it bottom up. Don't do it top down. Do it bottom up. Do it top down. Do it bottom. Meet in the middle. That's the best way to do it. Get your trust. From the top. You got your foundation. You got your trust. You got everything you need. And from the bottom up, you already started at the bottom. So the thing now is to get out of the public, which is with your social, and start using CPNs to meet in the middle with what you're building from the top. And it's impenetrable at that point, unless you bring an action against yourself. It's got to come from within the trust.
Mm-hmm.
So one of your cousins snitching if you have problems. I'm just, or you just out here being flagrant with what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You got a big body Benz with trustee on the plate, you're going to have problems.
Yep. Where those funds come for this trust? Well, actually, we have a contract assignment as well as an exchange or a bill of sale. Good luck.
Man, these same people that I'm trying to tell right now, I love y'all, man, for real. I don't even know all y'all, but I love you, for real. Y'all my people. I do not want to see you, because I know you're going to come to me and him to help you get out of something when it really tighten up, and it's going to be more strenuous. We ain't going to be able to do nothing without jeopardizing what we already got, and we're not doing that. Not when you had an opportunity to move. Which is why I didn't join the service. You're not going to go off and wander off, and now my whole platoon is at risk because you wanted to go see what was on the other side of the mountain. So how about I put one in you here right now, and we ain't got to worry about getting lost and being kidnapped because you're playing. You had time to see what was over there when we flew in. Chill. Get on your game, man. Get your stuff together, because 2020 is perfect vision. Thinking numbers. The vision is going to be exactly what they want it to be by the end of 2020. That means something drastic has to happen between now and then. And if you're not vested, if you ain't got no padding on you, you out here on the battlefield without a vest on. What are you doing? You want to be a casualty at war, especially not when somebody told you they was whizzing by. It's a range out there. Don't run out there. Get your trust first. Put your helmet on. What you doing? We seen some trustees get in some situations we was luckily able to pull them out of, but when this happens, you dealing with this, man. That's federal. We're not dealing with it. We're not playing with them. We're not playing with it. That's the Department of State. That's the Social Security Administration. That's you dealing with some big boys. You're gonna definitely need to have some put up to ward that off. That's the quickest way to go broke in America is through legal fees in this litigious society we live in. So, just that alone, why would you not have stuff structured properly? I keep beating this same horse because we can't talk about nothing else if you're not structured right. If you ain't got to lose what I got to lose, or to consider, shall I say, then we can't do business because we structure differently. And you go and even if it's not your intent, when somebody's drowning, they're gonna pull the best swimmer down with them. And you only fear what you don't understand. So we're trying to help y'all understand what's going on, so you don't fall victim to what's really happening out here. And I would love to expound and say more, but then y'all ain't gonna be able to get a hold of me, so I'm gonna be quiet. It's the top of the rabbit hole, man.
Why, oh, why didn't I take the blue pill?
Oh, man. You people talking about they want to start their own bank. You don't even know why it's called the bank. It's all maritime. It's law. It's law. It's law. In-law versus at-law. Look that up. Look up color of law. Check those out. Legal title versus equitable title. Do you have real equity in your own estate, in your private affairs, or are you going to let the state put their hand in everything and give you a license to? If they could, they'd make you get a license to breathe. It's only going to get worse, man. They're greedy, they're money hungry, they're power hungry. And they already got all the money, so what do you want after money? Power, control. And that's what's happening. That's what we're witnessing. And with what we know, it's becoming more difficult. So imagine if you don't know. You have no clue. How you going to win the game if you don't know what game you're playing? You going to get on the basketball court and pick it up and run with it? Travel.
Oh, for real,
or you
travel.
Turn over and back. Oh, you're holding it too long, shot clock violation. Charging people, offensive foul. You got to know what game you're playing.
And you got fouled out. Now
and
you're mad at the ref.
Already.
You're mad at the coach. You're mad at the fans. You're mad at everybody. Let me take a call, man. 469.
Yeah, bring them in.
469-5685. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from? 469-5685. Hit your mute button.
Hey, sorry about that.
No problem. What's your name?
My name's Chris. I've been listening to you guys for, at least for you and USFL for quite a long time. But I'm not trying to wrap my head around that CPN stuff. I'm trying to also understand trust. I'm reading the book. What is it? Sorry, I can't think of it. Oh, the art of passing the buck. Like,
you got volume 1 or volume 2?
Yeah. No, I got volume 1. I'm not going to touch volume 2 until I get volume 1 completely understood.
Okay.
But I'm trying to. I got the passport. That was an eye opener right there. But when you were starting to talk about CPN, kind of like a dying breed, I'm like curious, like, how does that kind of work? What exactly does CPN kind of entail?
Okay, so that's a great question, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read what the FBI, how the FBI describes a CPN. Okay.
Okay.
So credit privacy numbers are 9-digit file numbers that follow the same algorithm as Social Security account numbers. Currently, federal law allows individuals to legally use CPNs for financial reporting and protects those individuals who do not wish to disclose their Social Security account number. So it's a 9-digit file number that follows the same algorithm as a Social Security account number. So the federal government does not want you giving out your Social Security numbers.
Okay, so it's like a shell.
Yeah. It's a credit privacy number. So it's a number in the format of a Social Security number that you use to build credit and to apply for loans. As long as it's not a federal loan, because it can't be like a federal VA loan or FHA loan or anything like that. But you can do bank loans, home loans. It just can't be a part of any federal program.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Credit cards, lines of credit, personal loans. Anything that you can do with your social, you can do with a credit profile or credit privacy number.
But you're saying that's kind of going to the side.
It's out of here. Yeah, it's out of here.
Because they're making sure that the numbers coming directly from the Social Security Administration. So if the Social Security Administration says, no, we never issued that number, it's just a flying no. This is not right.
You're not going to be able to get credit. You're not going to be able to open bank accounts with banks or credit unions. You're not going to be able to get new credit cards. And they're likely going to flag the CPN as fraudulent or not a Social Security number. So you're no longer going to be able to do this. Yeah, if you already have one or if you get one immediately, pretty much. We can't guarantee, but you're in the same boat as me, basically.
Okay.
I feel like, if you have history built up and you already have accounts and you got a nice looking history on the CPN, it's not going to trigger this specific system or the specific whatever option during underwriting. But if you come with a CPN, it's only got like 6 months, a year credit history or something on it, and you're supposed to be 35 years old, they're going to ask for that damn Social Security thing. And if you refuse, they're not going to give it to you. And if you say yes and it comes back no, they're not going to give it to you, and they're likely going to flag the credit privacy number as fraudulent. So every time after that,
you won't see it.
You go and you won't see it, and then they'll never tell you, hey, there's a flag on this or fraud. Someone might if they're being nice, but you'll just keep hearing no. And then if you have any credit cards, the companies, once they do a soft pull, they're going to close them. Because credit cards, line of credit, they usually do a soft pull. They'll go 6 months, do a soft pull, and if your credit is lowered, they'll up the interest rate. Because usually they have the ability to do that in the contract. So basically what we're saying is if you're looking to do something like a credit privacy number, you got to get on it now. You got to build it. You got to get with, Tehran and get, the seasoning or the trade lines that add history to it. So you can get your bank account open, get a couple credit cards, get a line of credit before they start implementing this new policy. And I'm pretty confident that they're not going to go backwards. If you have a credit card, you've been making payments on it, you haven't defaulted, I don't see any reason why they're going to run it and potentially lose that credit card income. But for new accounts,
so if you
I already know.
So if you have a current let's say you have a current line of credit using your social, and you get a CPN, can you? I guess does that help towards the CPN, or is it just like pretty much like a new person?
They're completely separate. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to commingle those at all, and especially if you're using them for what we use them for. We can pretty much make or create the same amount of money that they would give us in credit, and we don't owe anybody. It's more about what position that CPN holds, more so than the amount of unsecured credit or debt you can acquire with that number. You just want to get it and have it seasoned and get into a major bank. You know what I mean? Maybe get one bank issued credit card and chill and use that as your vehicle within these trust entities instead of your social, along with accompanied by the EIN and sign in fiduciary capacity.
What is the best route to finding more information and to discovering how a CPN works and everything?
I mean, YouTube. I would say YouTube probably.
YouTube, Google.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty. There's you don't know what you don't know, but when you get into this information, they're pretty popular. Like they're very popular. We've heard about them. We know about them. They're very popular. So you'll be gonna be able to find a lot of information about them on YouTube, Google, stuff like that. And then if you want to move forward in the next couple weeks, month or so, email us admin@welcometothefoundation.com, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Yeah. While he was talking, I did some math, man. We're not gonna be able to do anything after when the calendar turns, we're done. At least I am, because you got to think about how long it takes to get it issued, get it ran, scanned, check for any kind of inefficiencies or inconsistencies. And, you know what I mean? Like,
so you saying December 31st is the last day? That's what you're saying?
Exactly.
Or is it before that?
But I mean, that's the absolute last day. It's really before that, because we know what we're gonna be doing when the calendar turns. But definitely 31st. That's the absolute cutoff. I don't even know what day that lands on.
So y'all heard it here. As far as it goes for, going, through affiliates, through, to Ron and his affiliates to get a CPN, December 31st. That's it. And then that's the only plug I had that I know that it worked, and it actually was what it was advertised to be. You know what I mean? So that's why I offer it to the family. But what y'all just heard it, December 31st. Don't be hitting us up on January 1st, January 3rd, talking about, yo, what's up with the CPN, man? I might clown you, because this is serious. This is for real. And if you're serious, you will get on it. If you're not, then you won't. So don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. I'm not speaking to you, Chris. I'm just talking to the audience. But
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, December 31st, and then it's a wrap, man. I'm telling you, y'all about to watch the death of CPNs. Y'all about to watch it.
Yeah. Take everything you look at with a grain of salt, because I'm going to give you one off top. You cannot go in there. You're going to come out how you went in. So if you go in with a bootleg email and a VoIP phone, it's a wrap for you. Even start. Don't waste your money. I've already burned up like a couple $1,000 just testing stuff before I tell people, because I like that. I don't, smoke crack. You won't become addicted. I've never done that. I'm not going to give you any advice with regards to that. So I've tried it. I've tried everything that I'm telling you about, and spent several thousand dollars learning. I don't even want to think about it, but yeah.
Just
it's locking down.
Just, like you said, take everything you see with a grain of salt regarding CPNs, but just understand the overall nature of them. They're numbers stylized in the form of Social Security numbers to be used for credit reporting instead of the social, and you are protected by the federal government, and it's completely legal until you start using them for fraud. But I would definitely check it out, get as much information as you can. If it sounds too good to be true, it likely is. But yeah, that's the overall, breakdown of what a credit privacy number is.
Great question.
I do.
Thank you for calling in too.
Oh, thank you for answering. I do think, though, the government's reign of control is coming to a near stop. Well, I wouldn't say a full end, but it's coming. And I only say that because I understand the technology that has come out to replace what we all know as fiat.
I agree with you.
Pretty much cryptocurrency.
I agree with you. I think that has a lot to do with it. I think, we're going to see a revaluation of all fiat currencies against gold. That's why all these countries are buying gold hand over fist. But I have a question for you. You said it's coming to an end. Are you a hunter? Do you know any hunters?
Nah.
Okay.
Well, it depends on what you mean by hunter.
Wildlife hunt, deer hunters, bear hunters, any hunters,
Oh, okay. No.
Big game hunters or anything. Okay, so I'm not a hunter, but I've known hunters and I've known people in the military. And the thing with hunting, especially large prey like, deer, moose, bigger large prey, like even if it goes down and it's dying, there's a term called death throws or death thrashings. So as it's dying, it's kicking its feet and ramming its horns and stuff, and you can still die, even though you took it down and it's dying. So I wanna liken death throws or death thrashing in hunting to this system. Yeah, I agree with you that it's coming to an end, But before it dies, it's going to take a lot of people with it. And that's why I think it's most important for me to continue to put out this information and continue to assist people like you in getting into a position of power, a position of privacy, and in a position of economic security. Because here it comes. Something wicked this way comes.
Okay,
yeah,
I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, I appreciate your question, man. Thanks for calling in, Chris. I look forward to serving you. Definitely. Hopefully, I'll talk to you soon.
I really do.
All right.
Oh,
peace.
you definitely.
Oh man, he was still talking. I'm sorry. What? Where'd he go? He gone. Sorry, Chris. Appreciate you though, bro. 717-9185. 717-9185. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, peace. So this is Joseph. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I was just trying to see if I could get the name of that that press release or the title of the press release that you had.
Oh, Social Security. It's what is it's Social Security announces first potential group of participants for new electronic Social Security number verification service. There's no number. A lot of times the IRS they'll do issue 19-40 or something like that. There's no. It says Friday, September 6, 2019. And it's a Social Security Administration news release. But the title of it is Social Security announces first potential group of participants for new electronic Social Security. And I think if you just type that into Google, it'll come up. But one more time. Social Security announces first potential group of participants for new electronic Social Security number verification service. Man, that's a mouthful. It's absolutely mouthful.
Take all the small words out. They done signed contracts, bro. They definitely gonna do it come June.
Oh yeah.
They will letting you know they gotta put it out there, but yeah, they already signed up.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm telling you.
Potential. And what about the other 40 that they didn't list?
And each one that they did list can do 20 others themselves.
Yeah. Once they said ID Analytics, I knew it was a wrap.
Yeah, they said ID
you can
Analytics.
Stay away from Navy, Amex, but ID, wrap.
They got Computer Information Development LLC. They got American Express. They got everything. They got Experian, and they got ID Analytics, and they got Centrelink Corporation. It's over. It's over, man. It's over. Y'all about to witness the death of CPNs. I'm telling you, man. Y'all should write this down in y'all journals, man. This is a moment in history. It's a tragedy. What'd you say? What's up, Joseph?
Yeah, I was just curious. Do you know what ID Analytics does?
Yeah, they are
mess up your stuff.
Consumer reporting agency. Yeah. You might look real good on TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, maybe Innovis, but ID Analytics don't let it be known. Nope, they did this many chargebacks, they got this many inquiries, and within this period of time, and
they mess up your stuff.
It's
man.
really
That's what they do.
Yeah, they mess it all up, man. You got to freeze them. You can freeze them too. You can freeze them.
You can freeze any company reporting your credit information. You just got to figure out who they are.
Right.
And you can't even get a hold of ID Analytics. You got to contact their parent company. It's a shell game.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, never mind. I'll ask you that question.
I'm going to give a freebie away right here, right now, because you asked that question. Everybody needs to look up how to freeze a Sage Stream report.
SAGESTREAM. SAGESTREAM. Sage Stream.
Yep. You're going to need a color photocopy of your ID and your Social Security card, and it's best to list out what's on that card with regards to your name and your driver's license number and your Social Security number, and sign it. Because they will play games and say that it was not legible when you put the picture as big as you could put it in landscape. So you need to type it out, make it redundant so they can't miss it, and then they'll send you back a verification with the PIN number. Do not lose that PIN number because they're going to want a urine test to unlock it if you lose it. That's one of them. Freeze them and ARS, Advanced Resolution Service. ARS, freeze both of those before you start doing anything, with because they all share information illegally, which technically, puts you in a position to be a potential victim of identity theft. But we'll save that for another time.
You good, Joseph? You got any other questions?
Nah, I'll give you a call tomorrow.
All right, man. I look forward to it, man. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. Good question, man. Good question.
Great question.
Peace.
They asking some real good questions.
Man, the foundation audience is cold and smart.
Yeah.
Man, I can't even front on the audience. Some of them, they got ego issues, but most of them is thorough. 385-2128. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up? This is Brother Stefan from Salt Lake City. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, you out there in the mountains.
Yeah, out there in the gorgeous purple mountains majesty.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, like one question's just been burning in the back of my mind. Like, what does somebody need to bring to the table? I'm not talking about, like between you and me per se, but like in order to get their CPN process started. Like, what does one have to have prepared,
You need to have.
Yeah. How about call me, man?
Is that private? Like, is that something?
Yeah. If this is the Stefan, I think it is. Call me.
It becomes a target. Like, oh, this is what they're doing to get around the protocols that they set to prevent this from happening.
Okay, yeah. All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
so, all right. I'll probably hit you up later then.
If this is the Stefan, I think it is. Just give me a call. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It is. Yep.
Yeah.
Very
right. Yeah, just call me.
All right. Yeah, peace.
Appreciate it. Peace.
Peace.
One more. 929-4056. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace, Brother Saltel. Peace, Brother Tehran. This is Sister Yvette. Communities, your game plan is over. Did you not get the warning 2 years ago that they was locking down on you guys? Y'all procrastinated, y'all playing. It's about to get real in the battlefield, kings and queens. You was warned. Get yourselves structured right. Get your affairs in order. Now, some of y'all been listening to my brother the past 3 years. I know that for a fact without fail. Especially the last 2 years. They've been telling you about your credit, your social, your 9A, your LLCs, everything. You can't say they didn't. Now, let me show you procrastinators what y'all playing with. You all had enough time to get your little $50, $60, $100, $200 together. Take a payment plan. Be honorable with your payment plans. Do what you're supposed to do. I'm going to tell you what y'all procrastinators doing. You worried about your Social Security benefits getting cut off. You worried about your welfare benefits getting cut off. You're worrying about you got to work a couple of more hours on your job because you need to get. No, stop. It's over. Now, the brother's been trying to help y'all, and they helping y'all. Y'all just, I don't know. Did you get stuck at the dumb stop? I don't know, people. What are you all thinking? Did you think the government was gonna let y'all get free from them? Did you really think they was gonna let you stop paying taxes and travel all over the place? Now they want your face recognition. They want all your personal information. They want to know when you're coming back, when you're going, how much money you got in your bank account. Now you can't even keep your lock boxes because they're not going to replace anything that's stolen or goes missing. See, kings and queens, you were warned. Get yourselves structured. Now, I'm going to show you what some of you did. Black Friday, I'm quite sure you all went out and spent every last time you got. Cyber Monday, you probably did the same thing. Now, in the process of you spending what? $5,000 for some sneakers, $1,500 for some sneakers, the Yeezys, the Midas this, the Gucci. Did you even think about trying to get yourselves structured properly? Did you think about trying to buy some pieces of silver? Because did you know it went down $2? Did you even think about any of these things? I guess you didn't. So now you all sitting there like, the CPNs getting ready to close out. Yeah, they getting ready to close out because when we say admin at the foundation, it's a reason because other entities, other agencies, other governments like the banks, the IRS, the feds, the FBI, they all listen. The 1%, they all listen. The banks, they listen because they want to know what you all are thinking, what you all are planning. So what do they do now? They start going and locking down the very areas you all needed to clean up. Now, you got until December 31st. What is your game plan, people? Kings and queens, stop playing. It's real. It's real. Brother Teron, Saltel, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have been doing right by the kings and queens. They just did. Now the game plan is going to turn up. When the fire stop burning some of y'all, I hope you ready. Now for all those that work the CPNs till they dry them up, it's over. The game plan is over. See, I told you, your greed and your filthy lucre, some of y'all, it was going to dry up. These are the only two that's going to help some of y'all. Y'all keep playing games. Don't waste their time. Don't BS them. Don't bullshit them. If you're not real, if you're not serious, don't waste their time. They got folks that they need to help. If you ain't on that train, get your raggedy asses off and find another train to catch. In the meantime, kings and queens, all your communities, December 31st is about to get real critical out here. Find yourselves real quick. My brother Saltel, brother Teran, y'all keep doing the right thing. Peace, communities.
Peace, Sister Yvette.
That was
burned the house
down.
Yeah, yeah, I feel shame, and I ain't even do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's straight up, like I feel like damn, I should be working harder. Damn, I should be, man. Appreciate that, man. Yvette,
real.
She been down since like day one. Daryl been down since day one. Brian from the Bay, Mello, just everybody who's been down from day one. I really respect and appreciate you. I love y'all. Think of y'all as family, man. I'm really highly invested in your success. All trustees. I know some of the trustees, they call the show on Wednesday class. They be like, you got class on Wednesday? I be like, no, the show's on Wednesday. They be like, oh, yeah. All the trustees, yo, I appreciate, I respect and love y'all. I respect and honor your commitment. I honor your humility. And I honor your drive. I also honor your honesty. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, trustees is really impressing me these days, man. I jump on the line, they already there. I'm there 5 minutes early, they already on. They on 10 minutes early. They're asking good questions. The training is dope. So shout out to the trustees. Shout out to, those who were down from day one. Definitely. And if you're looking to get in trustee trading, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. But check this out, man. At some point, you're going to get a trust, and you ain't going to be able to open a bank account without. You're going to have to use the social, man. This is what I'm trying to help y'all avoid, man. They look, if they can find the connection, they're going to use it and twist it. Find the thumb screw and twist it. This is what they do. I'm trying to show y'all how to stiff arm these fools and not get called for a penalty, thrown in jail, get your stuff took, whatever it is. I call it a penalty. You ain't going to call, damn those whistles. It's real out here, So I just respect everybody. I get emails, people saying, appreciate what you're doing, keep doing it. I just love it. I love it. This is what I do it for. But man, this episode right here is gonna be critical. This episode right here was tough for me because I know what it means to y'all, and I know that not all y'all are in a position to jump on this information right now by December 31st because your money ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like the sister said, y'all been listening to me for years. Some of y'all for years now, man. I've been saying pretty much the same thing every single Wednesday. Pretty much. I just, I say it differently. I come at it from a different angle or, whatever it is. But I've been saying pretty much the same thing, man. But I hope y'all hear me. I really do, man. Teron, man, I love you. I appreciate you, respect you, for coming on the show, for helping the people. I know sometimes it's frustrating. I know sometimes you be wanting to say F it. But, I appreciate, you helping me help our people, like for real. It really means a lot to me. I'm going to say it on the air, even though I've said it in the private before. And I know you busy as hell. I know you working on your estate and setting up your, structures and income and cash flow and whatnot, man. So I really appreciate it. And even it sounds like you driving right now. You probably on the road. But you on the show, man. So, man, I love you, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Straight up.
Likewise, John. Love you too, big dog. I appreciate you having me. And shout out to Yusuf L, too, for even letting us, and let's jump on this wonderful network where we can get, direct to consumer with our audience, with our people, without it being, filtered for the most part. I really want people to know what, take your chances with the $400 CPN, man. I wouldn't, but just to put it in perspective, the reason I've been talking about getting them in the credit for so long is because to do this right, at minimum, you're going to need $2,500 to do it right. Now, you could shoestring it, but come June, all this work from now to then is going to be for what? For nothing. So to do it the way we did it, you're going to need 4 times that. You're going to need about 10 to do it the right way and structure everything right. That's what you're going to need. The right way. The strong way, not the wrong way. And then you'll see why we talk the way we talk. If that makes sense. And then you'll get to see who you really are, because if you haven't got your ego under control, it will show, because you are now in a position that most others are not. But that's not what we're doing this for. Anybody can flex, but when you're really strong, you ain't got to flex. Play weak. Don't show your teeth. It's necessary though, because it's going. I don't know what to tell you. Beyond what we just told you, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't have certain things in place, it's like, why are we even having a conversation? Are you interested? Are you dedicated and disciplined enough to read this material, digest it, be able to regurgitate it without study? And that takes time and it takes energy. And nobody has time. I definitely don't have time. I take time and I make time, and that's what you got to do. Sacrifice. Certain things you got to prioritize. And it's not this or that. It's always and. You can do it all, but you got to put it in order. You got to sequence it. And we just here to help you sequence it and structure it right so you're not backpedaling and you can get off the hamster wheel. It's real out here, man. It is definitely real.
I don't know what else to say, y'all. I think we've,
Yeah, we beat that horse dead. He in the ground.
Yeah, I mean, if you want some more, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Book a consultation at welcometothefoundation.com. I highly suggest you get in the
Don't
trustee
waste
training.
no time, like, for real. Don't waste no time and cut you off, but don't waste no time, man. We don't want your punk ass $55 for no consultation if you're not going to get off your ass and go to the post office, mail this stuff out, go to the store, get the phone I tell you to get to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to bullshit, don't waste your time, man. Just go ahead and trick off your Christmas money, whatever you're going to do. Don't waste nobody's time. Because you ain't did shit yet and you ain't going to do shit but waste my time and piss me off. So, and I hate to, I'm just too real to play with these people, man. I'm too real for it. And I'm allergic to that peon fake ass shit. And you're not, like it's not about you. It's not about what you feel like doing. You got little ones, you got people depending on you, that's what it's about. And if that ain't your angle, then you just stay in bed, man. Stay out the street. Don't get in people like me and the rest of us who want to do stuff. Get out our way, man. Play your Xbox or something. Because this shit out here is not a game. It's real. I see it every day. I'm in the bank 4 times a week. At minimum. I see it. Post office 4-5 times a week. I see it. Every day. People standing in line crying because they done garnished their wages. That shit ain't cool, man. It's not cool. And now they're coming for the house and yeah. And honestly, we can't have no sympathy, pity, remorse, empathy, or nothing if you knew ahead of time and chose to do otherwise. Like, what were you doing? Or you wanted the new Givenchy's. You wanted to go get some Moschino. You want that Chanel number 5 in that YSL. You gonna give your money right back to him? Think about it, man. Think about it. And don't complain about it. Ain't enough of our people with companies to circulate the money 9 times before it leaves. Don't complain about it. Do something to change it. Create one. Start a business and mind your own. Stop worrying about what the next motherfucker doing on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Or whatever the hell. Get your family and get your house in order, man. That's what it's about. I don't give a damn about how many points LeBron scored. If you give a fuck how hot it is where you live. What are you doing for your family? I don't want to talk about that. And I ain't mean to rant, bro, but I really feel like they need to know that. So they don't even waste any time. It's not about the money. We got plenty of shit we can do to make way more money than what we, you know what I'm saying? This is just for our time and energy to do what we're doing. Working is worthy of his hire, but we're not going to be doing this joint much longer. I ain't going to speak for you, but I know I'm not, man, because we have way too big opportunities that we're not going to be able to pass up coming down the pipeline and do what we're doing at the same time. We can try, but we're going to burn out, and I've done it already. I ain't doing it again. And hemorrhage about $200,000 in the process. I'm not doing it again. I know what that feels like.
You woke up.
Avoid the headaches, man. Avoid the headaches. I already hit my head on that wall. It's hard. That stove is hot. Somebody else's stove must have got too hot. Oh, no, that's the ambulance. Never mind. Hey, man. I don't know I don't know what else to say,
It is what it is, Just doing what I can, doing what we can, to help you get into a better position for your family. At the end of the day, I understand what it is. My progeny may come into contact with your progeny, and due to differences in economic standing or whatever, may have a problem. Looking to avoid that. There's a lot of things that go into this for me, man. But I trust y'all got, something from the show. I really do. I trust y'all download this joint. I don't know what might happen to it. Yeah. But I want to thank, you, Brother Teron, L, for coming on the show, man, calling in real quick.
Pleasure's mine.
That's what's up. I want to thank you for, giving me the information with regards to this. Like I said, man, I signed up for all their stuff, and I didn't get it. I know you heavy in the credit, so, this has heavy implications. But,
I can't even take the credit for it, bro. The actual plug sent it to me. The man himself who, you know what I'm saying, who ain't finna sell y'all naked. He sent it to me. Like, yo, tell your peoples.
This is a wrap.
It came through the wire.
So this is it, y'all. The public's locking down. We about to witness the death of CPNs. Ultimately, what it means is it's going to be the death to one of the instruments and avenues that we had available to us to protect our privacy. To me, that's what it breaks down to, And as they continue to close these holes and loopholes and stuff that people are using to get out, people are going to get more and more frustrated. And with the economics that are going on, the geopolitics that are going on, with the polarization of nations, not only, the United States and, socialism versus so-called capitalism. You got the stuff going on in China. You got riots going on in India. There's a lot of stuff going on geopolitically. And when it comes to geopolitics, what happens in one country affects every other country, because even when it comes down to economies, the banking system, they're intertwined. We're dealing with a world economic system. We're not talking about local economies anymore, man. We're not. We're talking about world economies, the so-called New World Order that George Bush Sr. was talking about back in the day. But I saw a clip of it, and it was real. But, as they close up these little holes, you're going to see more and more shortages in food. You might see power outages. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely going to start seeing more and more what is known as civil unrest. And, I trust that it doesn't happen, but, a lot of things are pointing to it. Ultimately, getting our family in order, getting our private, estate in order, and being able to operate and interface with the public from a position of privacy and through economic enterprise. We have a family business, something like that, which is allowable through credit funding in certain ways. Like, they're cutting it down. It's not just about being free. It's about money. And they're shutting down ways to raise your quality of life for yourself and your family, because the invisible caste system is credit in the United States. And with that being said, I'm just trying to bring the real and trying to speak this truth to y'all, as I always do. So with that being said, I want to thank, Teron. I want to thank y'all for checking out the show. Get it together, man. Or not. But, you can't say so didn't tell you. But y'all, email me, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Let's do our dance. Let's do this dance. Let me help you. Let us help you. Welcometothefoundation.com. Get your learn on. Check out the PDFs. Book a consultation. Find all of the social media pages, whatever you like. And I'll take you out. I'll check y'all out next week. And I trust y'all have a great week. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. 10 things you're thankful for before you go to sleep. And understand, if nobody does, I got your back like your spine. And I wish you the best. Catch you next week. Y'all have a great one. And once again, man, I really just enjoy yourself, man. Let's do this dance. Peace to the gods.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.